Hello everyone, this is VJose32. For those of you not familiar with me, this is my channel. It's all about playing cards, and there is a lot of playing cards out there for those of you who don't know. But today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be showing you an inside look at the WWE Network. So here we go, network.wwe.com. Boom, as soon as you go to the WWE Network, you get live content. Let's see what's playing live right now. It's WrestleMania 25. So there we go. We'll stop that there because I don't want any copyright issues. But you go on to the WWE Network website, and boom, we get live content streaming, and there's all sorts of on-demand content. So I can go to shows. There's pay-per-views, every WWE, WCW, and ECW pay-per-view, the good, the bad, and the ugly, all included. All in a monthly price. And every time there's a new pay-per-view, starting with the upcoming WrestleMania, you get that as well. Then there's in-ring content. You get replays of Raw. You get a SmackDown pre-show and backstage pass after the show. So you get a pre-show and a post-show for SmackDown and for Raw. You get replays of SmackDown and Raw, of course. You get NXT main event replays, and they're also doing main event live, I believe, and also Superstars. And you can click on any one of these, you'll see all the episodes, and you just click play. There's only 4 episodes for that right now. There is a few for Raw replays. It's quite a bit, going all the way back to 2012. Eventually they're going to have like every Raw and SmackDown ever on here, hopefully every Nitro and WCW Thunder and WCW Saturday Night and whatnot. Then there's originals. Right now there is a WrestleMania Rewind, where they take you back to different WrestleMania matches and whatnot. The first one was the beginning of WrestleMania, the first WrestleMania. They looked at that first WrestleMania and the big match, Hogan and Mr. T versus Piper and Mr. Wonderful. And after, looking at the build-up to that event, the first ever WrestleMania, and that match, they showed us the match. The second one was the Irresistible Force versus the Immovable Object, Hogan versus Andre, WrestleMania 3, and a big in-depth look at that whole event, or, well, that whole match and everything leading up to it, and there'll be a lot more coming. Another great show that I like is Countdown, which is a top 10 countdown with feedback or opinions from all the different wrestlers. They had the coolest catchphrases so far, and awesome entrances, and of course Undertaker, without a doubt, #1. I shouldn't tell you, I'll let you watch it, but whatever, that's not a big surprise in my opinion. Then there's This Week in WWE, which looks at the goings on the past week, and Beyond the Ring, which is kind of their DVDs that they've been putting out. And then there's Vault, which is pretty cool. There's WCCW, World Class Championship Wrestling, other old school wrestling, ECW Hardcore TV, and my favorite, Legends of Wrestling, which is a roundtable discussion featuring different legends, talking about different things. Like they talked about best giants, worst characters, best and worst factions, and I just love that. And there's a lot more to come, and there's other original shows coming as well, such as Legends House, which is going to be basically a whole bunch of legends living under one roof, interacting with each other and doing all sorts of crazy, funny, weird stuff. And also one I'm looking forward to is the Monday Night War, which takes you back week by week, I suppose, to the whole Monday Night War, getting opinions and insight from wrestlers from both WWE and WCW on the weekend and week out of Monday Nitro versus Raw. And that I'm really looking forward to. And of course there'll be more content as well. It's pretty awesome. Unfortunately not everyone can access it, of course, unless you take certain steps. Because see, I'm in Canada, but I can watch it. What did I do? I'll show you. First of all, you have to sign up, register. My credit card actually worked. Some websites like Amazon force you to use an American credit card. I didn't have to do that with this, which I'm happy about. And what I did have to do was use an American address, so I borrowed one from one of my online buddies. I hope he doesn't mind. But you can just use your own address. All you have to do is let me get up off my knees here. All you have to do when you sign up is enter in your street address. Then you take your postal code if you're in Canada or UK. Remove the letters. Take your free numbers. Add a couple of zeros on the end. And then you search for that on the USPS website and find out where that zip code is from. And then you use that as your city and state and your zip code. If that doesn't work, add a 01 instead of a 00 or a 02 or whatever. And eventually you'll find a zip code that works. So you use your street address along with the made up zip code, well, the zip code for whatever state and city, and you're golden. Or use an address of somebody in the States like I did. And then you use this, unblockus.com. It's about $5 a month. There is 1 week free. This allows you to access a whole bunch of content. I can now watch Netflix from the US, Hulu, the free stuff anyways, Amazon again, the free stuff, and anything else that doesn't require an American subscription. And there's all sorts of video on demand from around the world, UK and States, and all sorts of great stuff, sports, music. You sign up for Unblock Us at unblockus.com, and you get this, which I think is great. It gives me a whole lot more content, because with Netflix in Canada, for those of you who don't know, you get like nothing. It's pretty crappy lineup. It's a fraction of what Americans get, and we miss out on a lot. So with this, boom, and you can use it in your browser, your PlayStation, your Xbox, Apple TV, Roku, etc., etc. As you can see, there's all sorts of supported devices. And actually, it varies, I think, by the different. Yeah, like this one, you can use it also smart TVs and Blu-rays, Androids, and Apple phones and whatnot. It depends what it is. And that is that. I just wanted to show you, how you can access the WWE Network if you are not in the States right now, because you might not see the WWE Network until next year if you're in Canada or elsewhere. Hopefully sooner the better. I personally don't understand why we have to wait. I mean, it really makes no sense to me. But that's that. That's what you get. It's a pretty awesome feature. A lot of people, originally the WWE Network was supposed to be a network on your cable television. And that was going to be an issue because you'd have to wait. The WWE might not be able to get a whole lot of providers to pick up the network. And then it would cost a lot more money as well, because the cable providers would want to make some money off of it as well. So all sorts of issues with that. And then there was talk about doing it through YouTube as a paid service. That didn't happen. Then they finally announced the WWE Network, and boom, it's much better than anticipated. So you get live streaming content all around the clock. You can watch anything you want. That's in their on-demand library. It's just growing every day, and I think it's awesome. It's more than I could have expected. I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy to be a part of it. And come on, WWE, get this in Canada and elsewhere ASAP. That's what I got. This is a little bit different than what I usually do, but it is what it is. I'll see you next time.